Hi everybody, thank you so much for being here. Excuse the super dramatic eye. I was testing out a palette for one of my videos this week, but today for Wellness Wednesday, I wanted to bring to you something that kind of came up as I came home to Wisconsin, and what was interesting to me is the first thing that I was met with when I stepped out of the car was, "Oh my God, you're so thin." And it's so funny to me because when I come to Wisconsin, really people here only really know me as being the overweight or the heavy girl. Like, I've always grown up being the fat girl. People have always seen me, and their perception of who I am was obese or extremely overweight, and I very rarely was seen by people within this community as someone who ever was fit or someone who ever really cared about their health in that kind of way. So it was funny that was kind of what I was met with. It was then interesting because I'm helping my parents kind of go through some technological things that I think anybody with a, younger, hopefully children that grew up with technology can hopefully understand. Parents ask a lot of questions just because they want to know what's best to do with all their technology and whatnot. But my mom was going through older pictures of me, and it's interesting because there are so many pictures of me where I am heavy. I've now only been kind of this normal, which I'm still overweight, but this normal-ish weight, maybe a year. I've been in flux for more 2.5 years. And, my mom turned to me and asked me, "How do you feel about seeing yourself? How do you feel about seeing, your body in that way?" And I was actually really humbled and surprised by my answer. And I said, I don't really mind it. I'm a lot easier on myself than I thought I would be. And I think a lot of that is due to how much I knew internally I was hurting, how much I didn't, appreciate or love myself or my body. And obviously I didn't love myself enough to the point where I wanted to take care of myself and put my health first. But it wasn't until I went through the pivotal moment and change of getting into that abusive relationship where I really was knocked down to the lowest of the low that I ever have been in. And it wasn't until I left that where I really was able to clue in and focus in on all of these things that I had, kind of been denying throughout my life. I always hated exercise, and I hated, working out and getting my heart rate up, and I just felt miserable all the time because of it. And a lot of that was due in part to my disaster of a diet and eating too much and overeating. And there was just a lot of things that kind of were compounded on top of each other to really make me not like exercise and not see it in a way that's actually helping my body. And it's not really until you put in a good regimen and a decent schedule where you will actually see the benefits of exercising. It's really once you get into that mindset and understanding of, hey, I got to get this, and this together, and really give yourself a schedule where you will start to see either, weight gain if you're looking for muscle gain, or weight loss if you're looking for weight loss, or whatever you're trying to get out of exercise, or just exercising to feel better. A lot of that's what I do. If I'm stressed, I want to go on a walk. If I'm anxious about something and I go on a walk, I feel so much better. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. So obviously there are plenty of benefits to exercise, which I know I've gone through and talked about many times. But to me, it was interesting seeing and learning almost through these pictures my progression as, this girl who I was bullied in elementary school for my weight. I was bullied, probably behind my back. I lost my best friend, quote unquote, in middle school, basically because I perceived it all as something where I didn't look the part. I wasn't popular because of my weight. I didn't look good. I wasn't somebody that, you know, people wanted to be around because of what my body looked like. Well, certain people, obviously. And it was kind of in an instant, within a day, that I lost the best friend that I had known for 7, 8, 9 years. And that was kind of my first heartbreak, my first true, wow, I am not good enough. I am not good enough. My body is not good enough. I am not worth it enough, I thought to myself, to even be able to hold on to a friend that really, truly knows me. And I think that's what really first sparked me having such low self-esteem and low self-worth, is really coming from where someone is supposed to be your friend and build you up. And I was dealt nothing but the opposite of that, of being pretty much ghosted for the day within that time of just, I was at least called and said that, hey, I don't want to talk to you. I wasn't really given an explanation, but I basically was just given a call and said that I don't want to be associated with you and I'm not going to talk to you anymore. And I remember just crying, you know, just hysterically crying. I had lost my best friend at the time. But then my now current best friend, Jenna, who I love so, so dearly, called me up after that and kind of told me how, you know, the friend called her and said how, yeah, I'm not going to be talking to Ashley anymore, whatever it was. And that's when I knew that Jenna was truly a great friend. And now Jenna and I have been so, so close that, you know, she is one of those friends that I will have the rest of my life. 100%, no doubt about it. But it is funny how that instance of me losing that friend really did shape how I looked at myself, really shaped how I perceived my own self-worth. And it's really a shame because I have now learned how much I don't care about other people's opinion of me. Obviously, there are certain people that I want, you know, either to impress or look good for in maybe, you know, professionally in a work environment, but I am here to impress myself. I am here to prove to myself things that I can do, that I'm proud of, and know that I'm a good person inside and out because of kind of the standards that I meet for myself. I don't need to be told that by anybody else. I don't need to have the gratification of anybody else. At least that's what I'm trying to do, you know, trying to learn and move forward to. But it's within that first kind of pivotal moment in my life where, you know, with just time and definitely a lot of kind of grieving and grudge holding. I mean, I held a grudge probably all throughout high school where I didn't even talk to that girl. I didn't want to talk to that girl. She made me feel like crap. You know, she really turned something in me, which obviously at the time I never should have let that be such a big, you know, burden on my life, but that really was how I felt. And you're in such an impressionable time. I think I was either 12 or 13, no more than 14 years old when it happened. So really very pivotal times in your development in life. But I do think that it is because of that, and then my thus very low self-esteem, self-care, self-respect, that it eventually then led me to be in an abusive relationship. Because really that abusive relationship happened because I tolerated the abusive behavior, because I didn't say no when, you know, the first instance happened, because I didn't stand up for myself, because that's how I thought I should be treated, because I didn't have, you know, what I needed to inside of me to tell me that this is wrong. You deserve better. You deserve to be treated with respect. When I look at the girl that was before the abusive relationship, really the biggest thing that had happened to me was that, you know, best friend that left me. And I look at myself and I'm much kinder to myself and my body, and I probably used food as a coping mechanism and as something that helped me to feel better about myself when I definitely shouldn't have. But then I ended up in this abusive relationship, and when I looked back on what happened with that best friend, it seemed so minor. You know, it seemed so trivial when, you know, I was put through abuse, when I was put through such horrible things that I would never wish upon anybody. It's funny to see the comparison of them, of these very pivotal times and moments in my life. But I'm very happy with myself, and I'm so excited to see my life grow and see myself grow and see that I am choosing progress. I am choosing to continuously try to be better, not only for myself, but anybody else that I can help. You know, being my best can not only help me, but can help others. And that's all I'm striving to do. So this is from me to you. Be kind to yourself. Be more understanding to yourself. Everybody is put through things and tests and different, walks of life. And everybody is going to have different challenges along their life. And I am very fortunate to not have many, much more serious and difficult decisions and, just systematic issues that I am very privileged to not have as a problem. But I need to still remember and be kind to myself that when I see myself at a heavier weight or at a different weight because of understanding that I didn't care about myself, that I didn't love myself in the way that I am learning to love myself now and appreciate myself. So I hope for you today to take some time, take that self-love, take that meditation, take a little bit of something today to make you feel good, to make you feel worthy, because there is nothing more you need to do. You need to do what you can to be the best you possible. Don't worry about outside influences. Don't worry about what other people are thinking about what you need to do. You do what you need to do to be the best you possible. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to check out some of my other Wellness Wednesday videos. We are all about the self-help and self-love here on this channel. Feel free to subscribe if you would like to see more videos or even this little makeup look that I threw together as well. All right, thank you so much again. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, I hope you're able to do something you love every single day. All right, bye guys.